What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul once told us to be Mavericks. Ultimately, as Chicago Bulls fans, easily declined the offer, but I don't think the Mavericks took kindly to that, as they absolutely destroyed us in this game, and yeah, they cooked us from every department. We were pretty much down by 20 points almost every single time throughout the game, outside of maybe a good 10 minutes to start the first quarter. Maybe it was even less than that, to be honest. We were just bad. We were bad the entire time. And look, I don't want to make this video, to be honest. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning for me. I got work tomorrow. I don't want to make this video, but I feel like we could kind of make it a short one, just move on to the next one, and just discuss what went wrong for the Chicago Bulls and how badly we truly played. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and just how bad they were in this game, and ultimately your player of the game. I guess in this case, it's the best of a bad bunch, because I don't think anyone was absolutely spectacular this time out, as we lost the game 119 to 99. And this is actually something I don't think we very rarely ever see this from a team, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm just going to make sure. I just want to make sure about this. Not one player on this Bulls team scored over 15 points in this game. The highest scorer for the Chicago Bulls was Nikola Vucevic with 14 points in the game. And that, to me, is an astonishing stat. I don't know when the last time that's ever happened, but that is an insane stat. To not have anyone really take the reins, step up for the Chicago Bulls, maybe provide a run or two, and to score over 15 points is a massively bizarre stat. But it goes to the biggest problem in today's game. The scoring power just wasn't there. It wasn't there from the bench. You expect guys like Coby White to be the scoring guy. He didn't necessarily step up to the plate today. And Ayo as well. You expect someone to step up and someone to get that scoring punch going for the Chicago Bulls. But we looked extremely stagnant. We looked extremely uncomfortable on offense. And no one really wanted to take that tough shot. This is the type of game where you miss a Zach LaVine, who did not play in today's game, but you would miss a Zach LaVine in this game, because when things don't go your way, at least Zach LaVine is one that's super capable of creating his own shot. And because Zach LaVine is not there, Dallas's defense was really comfortable today, basically getting whatever they wanted and forcing the Bulls to do whatever they wanted as well. And it just was that type of game where it was so frustrating, man. Like, I wanted to turn it off so badly. And look, you know, if there wasn't a back-to-back tomorrow, I probably would have turned it off and watched it tomorrow when I had more time on my hands. But there is a back-to-back tomorrow, so tough luck for me, I guess. But yeah, I think that's the biggest problem I had with the Chicago Bulls today. Just not enough scoring power. Too many people too reluctant to shoot. Too many people being passive on the offensive end. And the stats show that in more ways than one. Maybe outside of the first 5 minutes of the game, we were pretty much bad the entire time. And we got to look at ourselves and figure out why. Because, again, I know we don't have Zach LaVine, and people could throw that excuse. That's fine. Throw that excuse out there if you like. But I can't believe that Zach LaVine is the only solution to this situation. I think this is a game where even if we had Zach LaVine, we might get closer because we've got a scoring punch there, and that can help everybody else get to their offensive sets as well. Yeah, but ultimately, you know, it's not one person that's going to come in and absolutely turn it around for us. In terms of turnovers, we had 17 turnovers today. We've seen worse in that department. But let's take a look at assists. Only 8 assists. That's not true. We had 25 assists in this game. My apologies. We had 8 steals. Yeah, honestly, there's not much to say. I mean, it's 99 points, ladies and gentlemen. We barely cracked 100. I guess you could say, even though there wasn't one person that took over for the Chicago Bulls, you got pretty consistent scoring from a lot of guys in the sense of Vucevic had 14, Coby White had 8, Josh Giddey had 10, Ayo had 6, Patrick Williams had 8, but Zealous had 13. Loving that. You know what? You know where my play of the game's going. But anyway, moving on. Dalen Terry had 10. Taylor Horton-Tucker had 8. Julian Phillips had 8. So it was a collective unit. But we were missing that big scoring threat in the game. And I just think in the next time out, whether it's Zach LaVine plays in this one. I'm not necessarily sure what's up with Zach LaVine at the moment. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research about that. It's been a very big week, and sometimes I miss information. So I don't know what's happening with Zach LaVine. Obviously, you got. I think Lonzo Ball's going to play in this one as in the next one against the Timberwolves. and we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully we can pick up a victory, or at least show a better performance, because this was a disgusting game to watch. Easily the worst game to watch in the entire season thus far, and we need to be a lot better than that, because I don't want to lose games like that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to lose games where we're down 20 plus each and every single game, or each and every single quarter. I don't want to see that. It's not a pleasant sight, and even if we are going to lose a lot of games, I want them to be in competitive ways, to show that there is still potential within this team, even in the losses. And that is just not a good example of it whatsoever. We got humbled, we got destroyed. In terms of Dallas, I mean, they were making anything they wanted in this game. They got 119 points, but they were making some really contested shots. Luka was on something special today with his 13 assists. Some of them are just incredible passes that only Luka can find. Kyrie was doing well. I think Kyrie had 17. Klay Thompson with 13 made some good catch and shoots, and they had a collective scoring as well with their bench. So yeah, I guess that's a positive for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a tough one to swallow, but with that being said, we got to move on. So yes, in the next one, I want that scoring punch. I want someone to step up on the offensive end, and hopefully with more guys coming back, you would assume we can provide a better performance. With that being said, my player of the game, I originally was going to give it to Nikola Vucevic because he had a double-double in the game, and he's just been our best player. He may have been our best player today, but the rookie Matas Buzelis dropped 13 points and 9 rebounds on his, I guess, NBA return. Let's put it that way. I know he played in the last game, but barely any minutes. This was significant minutes for him, and he did alright in my eyes. 13 points and 9 rebounds with 2 steals and a block, 4 from 9 from the field. Matas Buzelis, I don't care, is my player of the game. Congratulations to the young man, and hopefully this can solidify him in the bench unit at least and get game time, because he's too talented, man. I couldn't believe when we sent him to the G League. Thankfully, a day later, he's recalled to the NBA. He's got to stay in the NBA, man. It's actually ridiculous how we put an 11th overall pick in the G League. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. If it happens again, I won't believe it, but we'll move on. We'll move on from this situation. That's all I got to say. If this is not the game reaction you wanted, well, look, ultimately, I didn't want to make it anyway, but I'm here. I'm going to push through, and I'm going to have a late sleep tonight. So I'm going to be a cranky dude tomorrow. So I do that for you guys. You know, not the Mavericks, but for you guys, I'll do it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like, follow, and or subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next game reaction, which will be the back-to-back tomorrow. Keep in mind, I absolutely hate the west to east back-to-backs. I hate going out to Dallas and playing and getting destroyed in our own right, and then going back to Chicago to play Minnesota. I absolutely hate those back-to-backs. The NBA needs to do a better job in eliminating those types of back-to-backs, but that is my complaint for that situation. We'll see you in that game. Hopefully the Bulls will play a little bit better. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.